Alright, so working for Hot 97 and growing up in hip-hop culture, is there a battle between, you know, the corporate you and the passionate you? So when you're trying to work a song, work a track, but the numbers aren't really supporting you playing it that much, you know, how do you make that decision? Is it just like, oh well, or do you try and fight a bit harder?
I mean, I fight for songs, but I mean, ultimately, I'm mixed in the middle now. You know, I am a passionate underground hip hop head who understands how the business works. I pick records that I love and think are good and positive and great. I do the best I can for them, and if they don't work out, I move on. And if someone plays me a song and it's good, like I got into a fight once with Joey Badass on Twitter because he released a song and I was like, this is a B-side, this shouldn't be your A-side.
Wow.
And it turns out I love that song. It's one of the bigger songs on the album. People love it when he plays it. It wasn't going to become a radio hit. I was just saying it's not a radio song. And so we got into me and Joey are beyond cool, but it was a little bit of a thing like, oh, well, that's radio's fault, but it's like, not to me. Yeah. If you want radio play, you make songs that would play on the radio. That doesn't mean it has to be crap. The best artists in the world are the ones who are capable of making great songs that get played on the radio. Kendrick Lamar got songs played on the radio. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe was a radio hit. That's not, he didn't sell out to make that. Swimming Pools, he didn't sell out to make that. And I could go down the line and name a lot of records like that that are, Jay has done it many times. Good, Hard Knock Life is a good song. Yeah. I don't care if it's the Annie sample, it's a good fucking song. That's why it's a hit.
Is that more of a chicken and egg sort of thing though? Because they're, you know, radios support what's popular, but then what's popular gets played on the radio, so it's hard to
well,
say.
now it is, of course, there's a little bit more of an opportunity to build your own thing online and then have radio gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
But still, generally speaking, it's going to have some sort of, like Tyler the Creator didn't get a song on radio.
Yeah.
And I love Tyler. He's never had a song on radio. I play songs, but he's never had songs that could make it on radio or sustainable, even though he was very popular, because they were just too far removed from what a radio song would sound like.
Even Fucking Young though, I thought that was like almost designed to be a radio song.
Maybe. Fucking Young's interesting because it's sort of that, but it's like, it's too like all over the place.
Okay.
It doesn't have a totally straightaway format.
Yeah.
Radio is generally speaking, you know, chorus, verse,
Yeah.
chorus, verse. And that there's a reason songs do well that way. There's a reason everyone makes songs like that. It's not just radio.
Yeah.
It's just something that you want people to like your music and sing along to the songs.
Yeah.
Some artists don't give a shit about it, and they can have great careers too. It just may not be through radio.
Alright, so obviously you're very passionate about hip hop. When your like opinions with the Nicki Minaj thing get in the way, now after that, with the whole you know, blow up with that, do you feel more guarded about completely expressing yourself, or do you just sort of lay it out and then try and hope that they get it?
I'm getting more guarded now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like over it. I've done it for 8 years, and I've made an impact. I believe hip hop is in a better place post Peter Rosenberg than it was pre Peter Rosenberg. Is that because of me? I don't know. People who don't like me will say, of course you have nothing to do with it, prick. People who really like me will be like, yeah, of course you played a part in it. I'm gonna go with that one. I think I'm great, and I think I did a great job pushing, and I think a lot of things happened to fall the right way, and I think the game is in a better place now than it was when I started on the air 8 years ago. That being said, you don't, now I'm 35 and I do want to sustain a career, so I'm going to continue to push the same music I would have always pushed, right? I'm not saying I'm selling out and changing music. Never that. I'm going to be the exact same musical influencer that I am. However, for my career, is it really beneficial for me to continuously have feuds with artists? No, not particularly. And I don't know that interests me that much in this next chapter of my life. So I'm trying, by the way, I could go back on this tomorrow and say something crazy, because I generally just speak from my heart. But I would like to get into less tiffs about music and make my opinion felt more by just supporting the music I like, because I have other endeavors I do want to pursue, like TV and other radio opportunities, and to now then be like, hey, can we get so-and-so as a guest? And it's like, no, they hate Rosenburg.
Yeah.
It's like, especially when I don't have a problem with them, I just diss their song.
Yeah.
So I that's the one place I'll say that maybe I'm gonna sell out or be a little selfish, is that I don't really feel like having those arguments anymore. I'd rather just focus on, here's the music I think you should listen to. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I may not be the person who anymore calls out someone who's like, don't make that. It just, it was worthwhile for that one. I don't think it'd be worthwhile again.
Okay, well, all right. Continuing on that path then, you're very close friends, from what I know, with Amber Rose. So again, if you find another one of your friends being like disrespected in the media, do you think about like your other endeavors, or do you just go to bat again?
That one's hard. I don't know. Afterwards, I kind of felt like maybe I shouldn't have done that, and then I realized that like I defended my friend in a relationship situation she had. I did the right thing morally. I'm very comfortable in that. People think I exposed something or like I snitched. No. If the person who was involved in it gives you the information, you're not snitching. You're reporting the information that is given to you, and when false information is being reported about your friend. If I have a job on the radio and I can't say something about my friend and be like, no, that's not what happened, this is what happened, then to me that would be immoral. I think I did the moral thing. Now, did I have a couple days where I was like, oh, this is annoying, social media is yelling at me, it's uncomfortable? Yeah, and then I was like, who gives a fuck? If you're the kind of person who goes on Twitter to yell at me because you think you're friends with Wiz and I like disrespected him, it's like, hey dog, I got news for you. Guess what? I know Wiz, you don't. Is it awkward for me and Wiz for a while? Sure, but I didn't diss him as a person, say he's a bad person or a bad guy. I wouldn't not support his music. I don't really have any judgment towards him about it. All I was saying was in this specific situation, I didn't want my friend to be misrepresented. And the fact of the matter is this, and you know, maybe Wiz understands this now, maybe he doesn't. When people get divorced, like people take sides. It doesn't matter if you're a famous rapper and model or if you're just a random couple named the Johnsons. When people get divorced, the friends take sides. If you had asked Wiz the day before it all went down, hey, if you and Amber broke up, who do you think's gonna be better friends with Rosenburg, you or Amber? He would have said, that's Amber's friend. Him and I are cool, but that's Amber's friend. So it's not that serious. Like, people just want to make it really deeper than rap. It is not that serious. I think Wiz is a good dude who now has a fucking smash hit. I'm friends with his whole team. I've been supportive of them since day one. I did a lot more for Wiz than anyone ever knows, and that would ever be not balanced out by the fact that I said one thing about when they broke up. It ain't that serious.
Okay, fine.
But I appreciate the question. I didn't mean, I'm not mad at you for asking it.
Oh, no.
I'm just telling people, get a fucking life. When you're tweeting people and you're like, to tweet someone, you don't know him or her. You don't know anything.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so it's the wrap-up question now. The Joe Budden podcast. What was the inspiration behind that? And can you see that you taking that into a sort of Curb Your Enthusiasm sitcom type TV show? Because it seems perfect for that.
Well, I can't stand Joe Budden, so that would require way more time with him than I'm willing to spend. But Joe is an incredible talent. He's a natural. He's so fucking funny. He doesn't even realize that he's being funny because he's such a douche. But I always thought he should do radio. He did radio at one point. I always thought he'd be a great podcaster. He is a great podcaster. He wanted to do one. I said I can just help you get it started and maybe help facilitate it. That's what happened. Now I go there every week and he complains. And I think it's a win for the audience.
So can you see it like turning into
Yeah, I mean, I think Joe has some TV opportunities in front of him. And I think him doing something in TV could definitely be interesting down the road. He is a compelling character.
Final question. So who are you looking out for in the UK music scene now?
Stormzy is the one who stood out to me the most. And I admit my bias when I have it. And I've gotten to know him, so I'm biased towards him. I like him. I think he's charismatic. I think he's entertaining. I think Skepta would be the generic answer because he's the one who everyone's heard of.
That would.
Outside of the UK, Skepta's way more famous. So, well, I mean, Kanye co-signed him, and so that became a huge story. So Skepta would have been your super generic answer. Stormzy's obviously very big too. Let's see. I think grime-wise, those are the two, though. I mean, if I'm being realistic, let's, you know.
Yeah, you've got like Benny Banks, Bonkers performing
Tonight, yeah, I'm excited to see Bonkers. I love that record.
Yeah.
We Run the Block's awesome.
Yeah.
You never know. But, you know, listen, obviously, if you're putting money on it, you put your money on the people who are already kind of out ahead.
Yeah.
But listen, doors are getting knocked open. Hopefully people run through it.